welcome to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of this Women's Super League match between Arsenal and Aston Villa. I'm your commentator, Nicholas Jones, and it is great to be back with you on the TC Hub. Going into today's match, Arsenal are currently 9th with 1 point, Villa 2 places behind with none, yet behind Everton on goal difference. And some really good news for Arsenal. Beth Mead is in the squad, although she will be on the subs bench. More on the players in just a moment. Arsenal lost to Liverpool at home on the opening day. Can they win this time round, as the game is taking place at the Emirates Stadium? Blackstenius and Lacasse were the scorers for Arsenal in their last match against Manchester United. And now it's time to go through the starting lineups. We'll start with the away side, Aston Villa, with Daphne van Domselaar, the Dutch international, in goal. And then we have Sarah Mayling, Anna Patton, Lucy Staniforth, the captain Rachel Corsie, Rachel Daly, Danielle Turner, Lucy Parker, Laura Blinkilde, Simone McGill, and Mayumi Pacheco. For Arsenal, it's Manuela Zinsberger in goal. Then Lossie Wubben-Moy, Steph Catley, the captain Kim Little, Frida Marnham, Leah Valsey, Casey McCabe, Noel Maritz, Caitlin Ford, Alessia Russo, and Amanda Illistedt, the majority of whom represented their country at the World Cup. Among the subs bench for Arsenal include Kyra Cooney-Cross, Jen Beattie, Laia Codina, Chloe Lacasse and Stina Blackstenius, who feature for the team in their last match against Manchester United. And the good news, and as I mentioned, the best news is Beth Mead back in the squad after missing out in the World Cup due to injury. The players now making their way out onto the pitch, and a huge round of applause for the home side going all around the Emirates Stadium. And Casey McCabe bringing up the rear as they walk of the Arsenal squad as they make their way out onto the pitch. Jonas Liederval, the Arsenal manager, now getting ready to take his place in the dugout. He's had a contract extension rumoured to be until at least 2026. Scored a glimpse of Carla Ward, the Aston Villa manager. And the players now going through the handshakes and protocol with each other and with the dignitaries. We'll mention the officials later on, but first we go through the formations. Arsenal are in a 4-3-3 formation. Zinsberg and goal, then Maritz, Illistedt, Wubben-Moy and Catley making up the defence. Valsey, Marnham and Little in midfield, and the forward three: Ford, Russo and McCabe. So Arsenal have lost and drawn their first 2 games. Will it be third time lucky for them with a win? We shall see. As for Aston Villa, their formation's a bit different. A 3-4-3, Van Domselaar in goal, Patton, Corsie and Turner, the back 3 in defence. Then Mayling, Parker, Staniforth and Pacheco in defence. Blinkilde, Daly and McGill make up the 3 forwards. So, as I mentioned, they've lost their first 2 matches. Can they at least get a point or even a win? Only time will tell. And before the game, we will have a minute's silence in observance and memory of those who have died in Israel and Gaza following the recent violence over there. So Rachel Daly getting into a huddle with the rest of the Aston Villa team. Aston Villa wearing a variation of blue across their shirts. Looks like something from a modern art painting, in my view. Arsenal wearing their traditional red and white. Match officials are Amy Fern, the referee. The assistant referee is Sian Massey Ellis, and the second assistant referee is Anastasia Voloschuk, and Megan Wilson is the fourth official. Now going through the coin toss just to see who will get first pick. Kickoff will start very shortly, but first a minute silence in memories of all the victims in Israel and Gaza, as mentioned earlier, hence why the players are wearing black armbands. It's been going on all weekend, and now we pause for the minute's silence and observance. Now that we have got that out of the way, we can get on with the match. It'll be Aston Villa to kick the game off. That looked like Amanda Illerstedt doing a few last-minute warm-up exercises. Rachel Daly with her foot behind the ball. Kickoff should be any moment now, and as Amy Fern checks to see that everyone is in the correct position. It's a glorious sunny afternoon at the Emirates, and the players taking the knee as one. Amy Fern blows the whistle, and away we go at the Emirates for Arsenal against Aston Villa in the Women's Super League, and it looks like Aston Villa straight in attack early on, but Arsenal aren't too far behind, and with the ball is I think Leah Volti. It's Volti passing down to Blackstenius. Blackstenius passing up to I think that might have been Wubben Moy. Now it's back with Blackstenius. Wubben Moy this time. Wubben Moy passing up front to Caitlin Ford. Now back to Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy crossing, but intercepted by Aston Villa, and so it's Aston Villa with the ball currently, and I think that was Parker, or was it Staniforth? Staniforth pulled up, and that has given Arsenal a free kick. Straight by Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy passing to Volsi. Volsi up the wing to Blackstenius. Now back down to Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy just over the halfway line. A downward pass to Caitlin Ford, and I think the ball was aimed for Katie McCabe, but certainly not. But it wasn't. Arsenal have the ball after a throw-in. The ball now being passed to, I think that was Marnham. Down to, I think that was Volsi, but intercepted by Aston Villa and Rachel Corsie. Corsie passing up the wing. Couldn't see it went to, but good defensive work by Aston Villa so far. Villa Villa still in play with the ball. That might have been Corsi with the ball, but Arsenal are right back on the attack. Well held by the Gunners so far. It's FAWSL passing to Kim Little, the captain. Now back down the field to Wubben Moy and Blackstenius. Blackstenius passing back to Little, and it's Little back down to Wubben Moy. Arsenal still can't seem to try and get through Aston Villa right now, but they're having a darn good try. It's Arsenal with the ball through Maritz to Little. And I think that's Caitlin Ford. Early shot, but saved by Van Domselaar. In fact, it was Katie McCabe who went for it. Ball rolled out of goal by Daphne Van Domselaar. Villa on the ball with Mayling. Mayling crossing to Daly. Good cross. And it's now gone down the wing to Mayling again. Mayling to Blindkilde. Blindkilde has found, I couldn't see who, I think that might have been Mayling again, but tackled very well by Arsenal. FAWSL to Little. Now Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford passes to Wubben Moy. Up the wing to Blackstenius. 3.5 minutes in, it's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0, but just as I say that, it's a free kick to Arsenal. I think Leah FAWSL was involved. I couldn't see who tackled her, but we'll find out very shortly. That might have been Pacheco. No, it wasn't Pacheco. It was Lucy Staniforth. So a free kick to the Gunners, and it'll be Blackstenius to take the free kick. No, it wasn't. It was FAWSL. FAWSL passes quickly to the goalkeeper, Zinsberger. Lossie Wubben Moy now for Arsenal. Wubben Moy now finding Steph Catley, I should say. It's Steph Catley, but well tackled by Leah FAWSL. Or was it Caitlin Ford? No, it was Caitlin Ford. Throw into Aston Villa. The ball now goes to Anna Patton. Patton passes quickly to Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar now to, I think that was Staniforth. But given away to Arsenal. And it's Arsenal on the attack. Headed by Russo. But it doesn't go where she wants it to. And I think that's the first time we've seen Alessia Russo do anything in this game so far. 5 minutes in, still 0-0 between Arsenal and Aston Villa, but that could change. Ball goes back down to Blackstenius. Blackstenius passes down the wing to Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy now to Catley. Catley. And I think she gives it to Caitlin Ford. Yes, indeed she does. It's Ford. Almost tackled by Aston Villa. Arsenal do well to hold on. Catley to Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy now passing to FAWSL. Wubben Moy again. Catley, I think it was. Or was it Ford? It's back down to Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy straight to Blackstenius. Now back towards Wubben Moy. Or should I say Illerstedt? No, it was Illerstedt. Illerstedt to Wubben Moy. Now Catley. Catley to Caitlin Ford, I think. But a well-timed interception by Aston Villa. And after 6 minutes, still nothing to choose between them. 0-0 at the present time. Catley with the throw. And it's still Catley with the ball, although she was almost tackled by Rachel Daly. Nothing too serious, just a normal incident. Throw into Aston Villa, and Villa had the ball momentarily, but they lost it, and it's Frida Marnham. Marnham crossing up the wing to Katie McCabe, but McCabe loses it to Pacheco, and it goes to Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar rolls the ball out. passes the ball out, I should say, to Rachel Coursey. So it's Coursey, but Coursey has to hold on. She passes down the wing to, I think that was Blind Kilday, but Arsenal re-intercept. It's now Alessia Russo. Russo passing to Leah Balti. Balti now up the wing to Little. Little to, I think that's Blackstenius. Now back down to Illerstedt. Wubben Moy. Wubben Moy stands over the ball. Does well to pass to Illerstedt. Now Illerstedt to Kim Little. Little passing now to Noel Maritz. So it's Maritz. Little. Amanda Illerstedt. Lottie Wubben-Moy did well to hold off Rachel Daly, but Aston Villa have retaken the ball, and that was through Parker. Parker concedes to Kim Little, and she does really well to pass to Manuela Zietsberger, the Austrian international. So it's Catley to Wubben-Moy. Just over 8 minutes have been played. So Illerstedt now to I think that was Valti, but almost caught by one of the Villa midfielders. Arsenal just about had it for the majority, just about had it, but given away again. And the ball is now with Mailing to Patton. So Anna Patton, good ball control from her. Pass back to Daphne van Domselaar. So van Domselaar passing now to Patton. Back towards Domselaar again, but that looked like Caitlin Ford was about to make a run for it. But good defensive work by Aston Villa. And still Aston Villa with the ball. Almost given to I think that was Blint Kilday, but I think it was Parker who took up the initiative. Given away back to Arsenal though, and it's Caitlin Ford with the ball for the Gunners, but intercepted once again by Aston Villa. Don't forget, Aston Villa haven't scored a single point so far this season after their impressive campaign last year where they finished 5th. They really need to start getting some points on the board, and soon. And so it's Parker with the ball. Now it's Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford concedes the ball, I should say, to Patton. Patton retakes it after it's passed out of goal by Van Domselaar. Arsenal are quick to re-intercept. That was by Wubben-Moy. Or was it Catley? No, it was Catley. Good ball control from her, but she's under pressure from Daly. Does well to pass to Valti. Now Wubben-Moy. So it's Wubben-Moy to Kim Little. And Little passes the ball to Manuela Zietsberger. Amanda Illerstedt. Manuela Zietsberger. Zietsberger clears the ball out of the goal. And I think that was to Russo, although Russo went down in the process. It's now Noel Maritz. Maritz needs to pass to Marnham. Marnham now to Katie McCabe. McCabe back down to, I think that was Marnham. Now Catley. Catley passes down the wing to her Australian counterpart, Caitlin Ford. And Ford goes for it! But successfully kept out by Aston Villa. Just going to take another look at that. It was Caitlin Ford with the initial delivery, but superbly handled by the Aston Villa defence. Arsenal aren't giving up though, as I think what looked to be Katie McCabe was about to take control of the ball, but Aston Villa did really well to hold her off. And a foul given to Aston Villa that looked like a free kick, which I did not initially see. And Caitlin, and I think that was the earlier Another look at the Caitlin Ford attempt just now, and the ball cleared just at the last moment by Pacheco. 12 minutes in, still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. Zinsberger kicks the ball out of the goal, and it goes towards, I think that might have been Frida Marnham. Retaken by Aston Villa though. Over the line it goes. I think an Arsenal player might have gotten a foot to it, so it's another throw in to the Villains. Beth Mead now going through her warm-up phase. Might come onto the pitch in the second half. You just don't know yet. Maritz down the wing to Steph Catley. Catley passing to FAWSL. Now it's Kim Little. Little does well to pass to Wubben-Moy. Now up the wing to Illerstedt. So I think that's Frida Marnham. Now Little that was to Frida Marnham. Little now Katie McCabe back towards Little, and a forward shot by Little. Ford Russo, but kept out once again by Villa. Arsenal aren't giving up though. It's Volti to Lottie Wubben-Moy. Now towards Frida Marnham. That was a header by Russo, but it's just deflected out by Sarah Mayling. Sarah Mayling with a touch of the ball. I think she's upset about something though, according to her body language, and that has conceded a corner to Arsenal, and it'll be Frida Marnham to take the corner. Marnham kicks the ball into the goal area, but no one gets anywhere near the ball. I think one of the players was fouled inside the penalty area. That looked like Katie McCabe. We shall see. So the ball goes in. So the ball going into the area. No one actually saw it. Coming. And in fact, it was Volti who was pushed down. I should say. Yes, Leah Volti. And Amy Fern is having quite the match as the referee. Ball now still being played around, and it's Arsenal, and it's now Arsenal on the offensive. Ball now being passed to Leah Volti, and Volti crossing in towards, I think that's Katie McCabe. She was on her own, but Aston Villa read the situation really well. Will their luck hold as Arsenal keep looking to press their chances home? But Van Domselaar able to save this one. Nice cross into the goal area towards Katie McCabe, but kept out really well once again by Aston Villa. So it's Lottie Wubben-Moy with the ball now for Arsenal. Volti back to Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy under pressure from Daly, but the ball caught by Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt to, I think that's Steph Catley. No, it's actually Catley who receives the ball. I think that came off Noelle Maritz. But the ball given away this time to Aston Villa. That looked like Blint Kilday was about to pass to Daly, but a well-timed interception or tackle by Arsenal. Caitlin Ford to Leah Volti. Volti passing back to Catley. Now up the wing to Amanda Illerstedt. Illerstedt looked like she was about to pass to Frida Marnham, but Marnham was caught out. Jonas Idval going over some kind of formation charts with his with the assistant management. Throw into Aston Villa, but given away to Arsenal. Villa retake it. And the ball is now with Rachel Daly, although she's just been tackled by Kim Little. Arsenal pass to Zinsberger through Amanda Ilestedt. And it's now with Lottie Wubbenmoy. Wubbenmoy to Steph Catley. Catley tried to find Ford, but was kept out by Aston Villa. So it's Catley once again for Arsenal. As well to passes to Volsey. Now Kim Little up the wing to Marnham. Now back down towards Amanda Ilestedt. So it's Ilestedt to, I couldn't see who. Now Alessia Russo. Russo has the ball, but tackled really well by Danielle Turner. So it looks as though it'll be another corner to Arsenal. They failed it. They failed the first time. Will they be so lucky the second time round? The answer is in fact no. But just as I say that, Frida Marnham has the ball, and it's just cleared away once more by Aston Villa, and I think that was by Sarah Mailing. Or was it McGill? We'll just have to see. And in fact, it was McGill. She fouled Katie McCabe inside the 6-yard box. Was it penalty worthy? I'm not too sure. No decision has been made regarding a penalty, so play still goes on. Van Domselaar to McGill. Now back to Domselaar. Now back to Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar now passing the ball around to Aston Villa. Ball now taken by Mailing. Given back, re-intercepted by Arsenal. It's now Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford tries to hold off Mailing, but the ball is given away to Aston Villa. Now it's back with Arsenal and Ilestedt. Ilestedt to Little, and up the wing by Little to Katie McCabe. McCabe back to Little. Now Frida Marnham. Katie McCabe once more. McCabe to back towards Kim Little, I should say. Little passing. I think she was aiming for Frida Marnham, but the ball well held. But the ball was intercepted by Staniforth. Arsenal retake the ball back, and the ball now being crossed down the wing to Lottie Wubbenmoy, just over the halfway line. Now it's Amanda Ilestedt. Ilestedt to, I couldn't see who. The ball has ended up back at the feet of Ilestedt. Volti to Wubbenmoy. Wubbenmoy now to, I think that's Russo. Russo down the wing to Caitlin Ford. 4 passes to Catley, but Catley is I think judged to be offside, and the fourth official has confirmed it. We're just going to take a look to see whether Ford was offside. Difficult to see from this angle. No, it was Catley that was offside. I think she might have been a few meters offside. Difficult to tell from the angle I was getting. And Domselaar to clear the ball out of the Aston Villa goal. Headed up by Lottie Wubbenmoy, but it's still in possession for Aston Villa. Villa managed to hold on to the ball, and the ball is now met, but a free kick has been given to Aston Villa for something an Arsenal player did, which I did not see. And the free kick, so who will take the free kick for Aston Villa? And that was by Corsi. Corsi sending the ball forward to Pacheco back to Corsi, and Corsi now passes to Jess Parker. Parker now towards Sarah Mailing, but intercepted again by Arsenal, and it's now Alessia Russo. Russo doing well to hold on to the ball, but she has to pass to Steph Catley. Now it's Lottie Wubben-Moy. We have some. Now it's Lottie Wubben-Moy. We have some 25 minutes until half time, and it's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. Zinsberger crossing the ball out of the goal towards Rousseau. Arsenal still have the ball though. It's Amanda Illerstedt passing down the wing to Lottie Wubben-Moy. So it's Wubben-Moy to Catlett Ford, I should say. But Aston Villa take it back. Now it's with Volti for Arsenal. And down onto the ground goes Jess Parker. She might have been fouled on purpose. We don't know. I think it might have been Catley who fouled her. No, in fact, it wasn't. It looked like Frida Marnham and Amy Fern giving her a bit of a stern talking to. And this was what happened. Both Catley and Marnham were involved in this. So both of them will have had a bit of a talking to. Any more than that, and they could be carded. Ball now play still goes on. It's Van Domselaar picking. It's Van Domselaar with the ball for Villa. Now pass to, I think that was Corsi. Corsi to Patton. Villa still with the ball though. Casey McCabe looked very hungry for it. Aston Villa take the ball back. And it's Patton to Sarah Mayling, and Mayling crossing to Rachel Daly. Now back with Mayling, and Mayling passing this time to Rachel Daly. Daly headed by Simone McGill and kept out by Kim Little, and that will be a corner to Aston Villa. Kim Little did really well to hold her. Kim Little did really well to hold the defensive line for Arsenal. But Aston Villa now have a golden opportunity to put themselves in front with this corner. Corner, that's to be taken for Villa. In it goes towards the 18-yard box, and Aston Villa have taken the lead. And it was by Mayumi Pacheco. Mayumi Pacheco puts the Villains in front. She was in the right place at the right time. Arsenal didn't see this one coming. They have to regroup. But what a superb goal by Mayumi Pacheco. Rachel Daly runs into her arms. And Pacheco, or was it a goal by Pacheco? I'll just have to see. Yes, indeed it was. Nice use of the head. Just flicked it in without asking. And Aston Villa are 1-0 up. I must say I didn't see this one coming either. And Carla Ward, a well-deserved round of applause for Pacheco. And Arsenal will have to regroup fast. Amanda Illerstedt with the ball for the Gunners, but she loses it to Kim Little. Aston Villa appears to have got some second wind. It's Simone McGill. McGill with the ball, crosses into the 18-yard box, but kept out by Illerstedt. Now it's back with Aston Villa again. It's Staniforth to Mayling. Mayling passing to Parker. Headed by Daly, saved by Manuela Zinsberger. Just goes to show that Aston Villa will keep on attacking and attacking. But Arsenal are not just gonna give this one up by any means. That looked like Blindkilde on the attack, but defended by Arsenal. Now the ball being passed by Corsi back to Van Domselaar in goal. Corsi passing to Patton, I think it was. Now it's with Sarah Mayling. Give it away to Caitlin Ford for Arsenal. And it's Alessia Russo now with the ball. Russo up the wing to I think that was Leah Volti. Now it's Amanda Illistedt back towards Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy down the wing this time to Steph Catley. Now it's Leah Volti. Volti with the ball. Straight to Lottie Wubben-Moy. And it's now Wubben-Moy to Alessia Russo. Now back towards Leah Volti. Steph Catley now with the ball. Catley passing to Volti. Volti to Kim Little. And Little quickly passes to Catley, but the ball ends up back with Volti. It seems that Arsenal just can't break through Aston Villa defences right now. Aston Villa appears to be the strongest side. Aston Villa appears to be the strongest side at the moment. It's Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy passing to Leah Volti, and Volti crossing up the wing to Kim Little. I think that was via Noelle Maritz. It's now Katie McCabe. McCabe with the ball. Kept out by Villa, but it goes back towards Noelle Maritz. Maritz to Caitlin Ford. Ford crossing into the 18-yard box, clipped away by Aston Villa. Ford goes for the ball again, passes to Catley. Now it's with Little. Little under pressure from Corsi, does well to hold her off. Now the ball is back with Caitlin Ford. Ford towards, I think that was Katie McCabe, but it was just stroked away and saved by Van Domselaar. In fact, it was Marnham who was the closest to the ball. Marnham went for a shot that wasn't going to go. Marnham went for a shot that wasn't going to go anywhere, and Van Domselaar was able to save that one pretty easily. Van Domselaar with the ball. Van Domselaar now passing very quickly to Patton. So it's Patton. Given away back to Arsenal though. And it's Kim Little to Caitlin Ford. Ford does well to hold on to the ball to prevent it from going over the line. Quickly passes to Volti. Volti crossing into the 18-yard box through McCabe. But it goes beyond the post. And with 15 minutes to go until half-time, it's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. Good cross into the area, but kept out, but kept out by Aston Villa, and it's actually going to be a free goal kick to Aston Villa. So nobody touched the ball. Van Domselaar clears the ball out of the goal. Headed by Leah Volti to Alessia Russo. I think somebody pulled on her shirt, but play still goes on. It's Katie McCabe. McCabe to Little. Little has to pass back to McCabe. Does so. Now McCabe passing to Caitlin Ford, but she loses the ball. Looked like Villa were going to take it, but Arsenal have got it back through Wubben-Moy. Amanda Illistedt. Illistedt now to, I think that was Frida Marnham. Now back towards Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy to Steph Catley. Wubben-Moy crossing the ball forward, but ends up at the feet of Van Domselaar. Russo looked like she was going to try and make a run for it, but stopped when Van Domselaar picked up the ball. Wise decision in my view. And it's Patton to, I think that might have been Mayling, but give her the ball back to Arsenal, and Alessia Russo looked like she was going for a shot, but it was kept up, but she was impeded by Anna Patton. Good work by her, and that will be a corner to Arsenal. Marnham to take the corner. Alessia Russo standing by in the goal area. Ball goes into the 18-yard box and hit it in! Or was it? No! It actually scraped the side of the net. And that is the closest Arsenal have been to scoring. And I think that might have been either by Wubben-Moy or McCabe. We shall take another look. And in fact, I think it just brushed the side of Volti's head. But Volti just didn't have enough time to react. And down onto the ground goes someone from both Arsenal and Aston Villa. Difficult to see what happened. In fact, it was Marnham who went down. The physios come out to see what's wrong with her. So we could have an additional period of stoppage time just for that. I'm gonna try and collect my thoughts just so I can try and ascertain what happened. And Marnham appeared to bash heads with Lucy Staniforth. Staniforth was the player for Aston Villa who went down onto the ground. Is she all right though? We shall see. As Pacheco, I should say, has a quiet word with Amy Fern. We're just having a look at her attempt at her superb header early on, and that was of no doubt of great importance to the club, who need to get themselves on the scoring sheets as soon as possible, given that this is only match day 3 of the season, and they need to get more goals in. Pacheco still having a chat with some of her teammates and the staff members. Bit of water going on to Frida Marnham's hand, and I think she might have picked up a rather bad nosebleed here. As I took the physios now clamping a tissue to her nose, I could just about see spots of blood on her chin and cheeks. And yes, that confirms it. It is indeed a nosebleed. The physio's mopping her up, but that was a real nasty clashing of heads between her and Lucy Staniforth. Jonas Edeval looking very concerned. Katie McCabe understandably asking if she's all right. The Arsenal supporters also concerned, and as they wait for any news, and in fact they're giving Marnham a round of applause. Looks like she will be able to carry on playing for now, but she may well be substituted at half time. Free kick to Arsenal. That was by Volti. Volti passes to Ilestedt. Now Maritz, I think it was, back towards Ilestedt. Ilestedt now finds Noah Maritz. Back to Ilestedt. Ilestedt crossing the ball forward to, I think that might have been Katie McCabe. Plus it goes over the line, and and Marnham taking a drink of water and trying to do anything to soothe the pain in her nose. Throw in to Aston Villa. Ball now being passed to Rachel Coursey. Coursey heading for Mailing, but intercepted by Catley for Arsenal. Retaken by Blint-Kilday. Blint-Killed to Sarah Mailing, but the ball is intercepted by Wubben-Moy. It's now Leah Volti. Volti passing to Amanda Illistedt. And it's Illistedt to, I think that's Noah Maritz, but well caught again by Patton for Aston Villa. Serena Wiegman, the England manager, is watching on inside the stands. So she will be looking to assess who will be in her squad for future games. As Alessia Russo does well to hold on to the ball. Or looked like she was going to be tackled by Villa, but she stood her ground. The ball inside the 18-yard box. Saved, though, by Daphne van Domselaar. And Van Domselaar gets ready to roll the ball out of the goal. Serena Wiegman watches with the same intense stare as she does when she is in the dugout. As it's Lucy Staniforth with the ball. Staniforth to Sarah Mailing. Now it's with Blint-Kilday. Back towards Parker, I think it was. Yes, indeed it was. Now it goes to Zinsberger, passing to Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy to Illistedt. And we now have some 6 minutes of normal time remaining. It's currently Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. And it's Caitlin Ford to Frida Marnham. Marnham passes to Noah Maritz. Now Kim Little. Little to Katie McCabe. And McCabe crossing into the 18-yard box. And Caitlin Ford! But Aston Villa still doing well to hold their ground. And Catley brought down just inside the penalty area. But she's quickly back up on her feet. But play still carries on. And that looked like an attempt at goal by Frida Marnham, but Van Domselaar was able to pick the ball up with ease. Good try though by Frida Marnham. And it's over, but the ball goes over the line again for a Aston Villa throw. And I think it will be Mayumi Pacheco that will take the throw for the Villains. She throws to Parker. That looks like, and that was via Daly. It went over the line to go for an Arsenal throw. Kim Little. Now Noelle Maritz. Maritz to Amanda Illistedt. Down the wing, though, to Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy to Steph Catley. Catley passing to Caitlin Ford. And Ford just fouled, or just caught out at the last minute by Sarah Mailing. As Marnham tries to cross the ball forward to Russo, but Russo was held by Rachel Coursey. Good defensive work by the Aston Villa captain. Free goal kick, I should say, to Aston Villa, as a play has been halted momentarily. I think that was no. I think it was the build up to the goal kick. I do apologise. As Van Domselaar kicks the ball out of the goal. Now it goes as far as Alessia Russo. Russo! Just outside the 18-yard box. Thinks better of it. Does well to hold off Parker. Now she enters the 18-yard box. Saved, though, by Van Domselaar. Should have crossed to McCabe, in my view. And Daphne Van Domselaar gets ready to roll the ball out again. Nice attempt though by Russo. Ball now with Corsi. Corsi to that looked like Danielle Turner. Now it's Rachel Daly with the ball, but a free kick now to Arsenal. Daly must have got caught up with another player. Couldn't see who she fouled. As Arsenal have just taken the free kick, or have they? And a yellow card has been given to someone which I couldn't see, and that was and I think it's gone to Rachel Daly. It has for disagreeing with the referee's decision and dissent. And I think she just kicked and pushed one of the players to the ground. That looked like Katie McCabe. It was. Didn't see much contact. Whatever it was very light. But Daly deserved to go in the book just for dissent. Arsenal take the free kick, it's headed to Russo. McCabe. But whatever Arsenal try, they just can't get it into the net, as Rachel Daly has been brought down, but she's quickly back up on her feet. Who did she collide with? It might have been either Erstedt or one of her own teammates. And I think she was just sandwiched between one or two of her own teammates. Arsenal corner, and it will be, and I think that's Katie McCabe to, and I think it'll be Katie McCabe to take the corner. No, it's actually going to be Noel Maritz to take the corner. 1 minute of normal time left. Amy Fern gets ready to blow the whistle. She does. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, but kept away by Aston Villa. And the ball now goes to Katie McCabe. That was via Maritz. Maritz to Frida Marnham. And it's Marnham with the ball. Arsenal doing well to try and hold on to the ball, but given away back to Aston Villa. Now Caitlin Ford looked like she was going to try and take it away, but nothing doing. Thrown to Arsenal via McCabe. 4 minutes have been added on, and Amy Fern calls a stop in play because one of the Aston Villa players has gone down. Difficult to see who it is. And Mayumi Pacheco has now been given a yellow card as well. I don't believe it. Whatever that was for, I think she might. I think I'm getting some confirmation that she might have actually stamped on somebody's foot. But it was difficult to tell from this angle. And Pacheco having a quick word with Carla Ward. And Amy Fern coming over to have a bit of a chat with somebody. I think that might have been Corsi. Thrown to Arsenal though. It's Volti to Little. Little now passing to Noel Maritz, back towards Kim Little though. It's Leah Volti to Caitlin Ford. Now Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy to Catley. Now back towards Marnham. Loses the ball though to Blint Kilday. Blint Kilday to, that might have been Pacheco. Saved that over the line though. It'll be an Arsenal throw. Throw into Lottie Wubben-Moy. Now Amanda Ilestedt. Ilestedt to, I think, to I couldn't see who. And it's Ilestedt, but losing the ball to Aston Villa. Saved though by Manuel Zinsberger. Got a minute of stoppage time left, and it's Vulty to Steph Catley. Now passing back to Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy to Blackstone. Wubben-Moy to Ilestedt. Ball now given to Rachel Coursey for Aston Villa though. And it's Coursey to Sarah Mayling. Mayling with the ball. Mayling with the ball. Intercepted the tackle by Arsenal though. And Arsenal have the ball, but given back to Villa. Good tackle though by Caitlin Ford, and Caitlin Ford passing to Wubben-Moy, being able to carry on despite her nosebleed. She goes for a start, but it goes over the bar. That looked like the last real chance for Arsenal in the first half. But they've been on the back foot throughout the majority of the first half. Marnham looking like she was about to put things right, but it just bounced off the post. I thought it went over the bar. And Jonas Edeval looking very concerned indeed. Van Domselaar sends the ball out of the goal towards Lucy Staniforth. Intercepted back, retaken by Arsenal though, but given back to Coursey. Arsenal retake the ball, but a player was fouled, and it'll be a free kick to Arsenal. Carla Ward trying to get her players ship shape as Catley with the ball for the throw. We are going to go slightly over time though, and it's Catley passing to Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford with the ball. Now passing to Vulty. Taken though by Aston Villa. And now the ball goes as far as Lottie Wubben-Moy for Arsenal. Wubben-Moy will take the throw. Throws to Vulty. Now Amanda Ilestedt. Ilestedt with the ball. She tries to cross to Katie McCabe. Finds her. Now Kim Little. Ball taken by Danielle Turner. But it goes back to Blackstenius. No, Ilestedt for Arsenal. And after 45 minutes, plus around 5 minutes of stoppage time, we have reached the half-time break, and Aston Villa caught Arsenal napping with that wonderful header by Mayumi Pacheco, but there are still 45 more minutes left in which to turn the tide. Half-time score at the Emirates Stadium: Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. And join us for the second half when we return. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Arsenal against Aston Villa in the Women's Super League. Aston Villa have gone a goal ahead in the first half, but can Arsenal turn their fortunes around after being caught out in the first half? It'll be Arsenal to restart the game in the second half. No half-time substitutions as of yet have been made. Mayumi Pacheco puts Aston Villa in front. Can she or any of the other players add more goals to their tally? So play is expected to start any time soon, and who will be the first to Arsenal get ready to restart the game. Amy Fern is about to blow her whistle, and we start the second half between Arsenal and Aston Villa at the Emirates Stadium. And already it's Kim Little with the ball for the Gunners, and so she passes to I think that might have been Casey McCabe. No, yeah, it was McCabe. McCabe passes to what looks to be Stina Blackstenius. So Blackstenius may well have come on as a half-time substitute. Noel Maritz to McCabe, and so it's Casey McCabe with the ball for Arsenal. She quickly passes to Kim Little, and it's actually Amanda Ilestedt. So no half-time substitutions have been made. Unfortunately, I've got to crack myself up power up. And it's Rachel Coursey with the ball for Aston Villa. Goes back to Arsenal. Catley to McCabe. Now back towards Catley. Catley now to Amanda Ilestedt. Ilestedt quickly passes to McCabe. The ball now crossed down the wing to Noel Maritz. Maritz back towards McCabe. McCabe now crossing to Steph Catley, but the ball has found Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford now with the ball, has to hold off. Turner. Ball now passed to Frida Marnham. Now back towards Steph Catley. Catley passing to Volti. Volti to Little. Now the ball's been retaken by a Parker. Parker to Rachel Daly. Daly almost fouled by Casey McCabe, but McCabe got the worst of it. Villa still in control of the ball. Now it's back with Aston Villa. Volti takes the ball for Arsenal though. And it's still the Gunners with the ball. Wubben-Moy to Ilestedt. Ilestedt quickly passing to Noel Maritz. But the ball intercepted by Danielle Turner for Aston Villa. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. Something happened which I didn't clearly see. But a free kick given to Arsenal nonetheless, and it will be Steph Catley that will take the free kick, or will it be Marnham? No, it's Marnham that will take the free kick. Marnham runs up, kicks the ball in towards the 18-yard box, kept out by Aston Villa, but the ball is now with Volti. Volti, nice header by Villa. Now towards Alessia Russo. Russo gives the ball back to Casey McCabe, but Coursey is down. Rachel Coursey has been brought down inside the Aston Villa goal area. And that looks very serious indeed. It was a mistimed shot by Russo that caused that. And that looks like a really bad blow to the head indeed. Carla Ward looking very worried. The physio talking to Rachel Coursey, trying to get her blood flowing and moving. She's been put into a sitting position. So a shot by Russo whacked poor Rachel Coursey in the side of the head. That looked very painful indeed. But Coursey back up on her field. There's no obvious. I can't see any cuts or blood or anything of that nature. So she appears to be perfectly all right. And that is really good news. And that is really good news for Aston Villa. But she's being led around the pitch in any case, just to try and get some of the energy back into her legs. But she appears to be fine. Free kick to Arsenal. It was Little to Caitlin Ford. Now it's with Steph Catley by the looks of it. Catley to Kim Little. Little now passing to Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy with the ball. Down the wing to Katie McCabe. McCabe passes to Amanda Illerstedt. And Illerstedt now to Leah Volti. Intercepted by Aston Villa. The ball now retaken by McCabe, but almost retaken back by Simone McGill. And it's still with Aston Villa, this time through Parker. Illerstedt passing to, I think that was Alessia Russo, but the ball was retaken by Danielle Turner. Turner to Parker, now back to Turner. Turner passes quickly to Van Domselaar. Russo was with it. Russo was a few inches from taking the ball. Ball now still with Aston Villa and Patton. Patton passing to, I think that's Sarah Mayling. Or was it Daly? No, it was Rachel Daly. Daly passing down the wing to Parker. Now Pacheco. Pacheco to Rachel. Now Pacheco to, I think that was Sarah Mayling. Yes, it was Mayling. And it's a throw into Aston Villa. Simone McGill to Rachel Daly. Now Ayumi Pacheco. Pacheco to McGill, and it's McGill crossing into the 18-yard box. Almost headed in by Daly, but it just brushed off the bar. Aston Villa are still wanting more. No way were they going to give it up, but it was just pushed away by Amanda Illerstedt. Or should I say capped out. Lovely cross by McGill. Daly was on the prowl and almost headed in, but an Arsenal player just got in her way. And it's now Arsenal with the ball through Kim Little. Kim Little trying to pass to Noelle Maritz. Arsenal still hold on to the ball though. It's now with Russo. Alessia Russo passing quickly to Katie McCabe. Now Noelle Maritz. Volti. It's Leah Volti with the ball, but intercepted by pattern. Now it's with Rachel Daly. Daly to Kim Little. And that's a free kick to Aston Villa. Daly intercepted the ball, but she was fouled by Kim Little. Pacheco with the ball now. Now it goes to Danielle Turner. Turner to Corsi. Now Anna Patton. Patton! Quickly passing to Blint Kilday. It's Blint Kilday with the ball. Now swift pass back to Rachel Corsi. Or was that Mailing? No, it was Mailing. And Mailing is down on the ground. Daly's trying to signal for play to be stopped. But Sarah Mailing is able to carry on playing. It's Noel Maritz with the ball. Passing to Ilstedt. Ilstedt to Leah Volti. Volti losing the ball to Jess Parker for... No, sorry, Lucy Parker. Lucy Parker for Aston Villa. Ayumi Pacheco trying to go after the ball, but well held by Arsenal at this moment in time. 10 minutes into the second half, it's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. 55.5 minutes have been played in total. It looked like one or two of the Arsenal substitutes are warming themselves up. Another is Beth Mead. She could be coming onto the pitch for the first time since her ACL injury, which forced her out of the Women's World Cup which forced her out of the Women's World Cup in the summer. So Maritz throws to Katie McCabe. McCabe to Catley. And across into the 18-yard box, but headed out by Aston Villa. It's Wubben-Moy once again. It's Wubben-Moy with the ball. She passes quickly to Catley. Now back to Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy to Kim Little. And Little now passing the ball around. So Little back to Wubben-Moy. Now Catley. Catley to... I think that was Katie McCabe. Now it's with Alessia Russo this time. Russo looked like she was trying to line up a shot, but she was just cut out by the Aston Villa defenders. Ball goes over the line. Ball goes over the line, though. I think it will be. I think it will be an Arsenal throw-in. This is what happened just now with Russo. Russo had the right intentions, but she was just pushed out. But she was just pushed around a bit by McGill. This caused her to lose focus. That didn't look like a foul to me. But a player has gone down, and it's Kim Little. Kim Little is down on the ground, and Jonas Ederval has to make a decision on whether to substitute her. Meantime, all the players taking the chance to have a bit of a drink. And this was through a foul on Sarah Mailing. Mailing's knee in the wrong place at the wrong time just went wham into Kim Little's chest. And that looked really painful indeed. Might have even gone into the ribs. But she's being helped up. She's being helped back onto her feet. She appears to be all right. So no need of a substitution as far as we know. And Kim Little trying to take stock of the and Kim Little trying to calm herself down. I think she's feeling her head. She might have picked up a headache, but I can't be too sure at the moment. As a throw-in to Aston Villa. Little stands on the touchline. She may well be substituted after all. Van Domselaar kicks the ball out of the Aston Villa the Aston Villa goal. And it's still with and in fact Little is able to carry on playing. So Little passes to Ilestedt. Ilestedt to McCabe. Now back towards Little. And it's now with Noel Maritz. Maritz towards Alessia Russo, but intercepted by Rachel Corsi. And the ball about to be rolled out of goal by Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar to Rachel Corsi. Corsi now to Simone McGill. McGill, and that was a rough one in the back for Katie McCabe, and it's McCabe with the ball. A Villa player has gone down, but play still resumes. Ball now crossed to Steph Catley. Catley quickly passing to, I think that was Lottie Wubben-Moy. Now on the prowl is, no, I think on the run was Laura Blindkilde. The ball has gone down wing though to Mayumi Pacheco. Re-intercepted by Arsenal and Noel Maritz. Maritz to Ilestedt. Now Lottie Wubben-Moy. And it's Wubben-Moy with the ball currently for Arsenal. Wubben-Moy quickly passing to Noel Maritz. Now back towards Zinsberger in goal. 60.5 minutes have been played. It's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. And I think Stina Blackstenius looks like she's going to come on. Throw in though to Arsenal. And one of the assistant management talking to Stina Blackstenius before she comes on. And it's Steph Catley with the ball. Catley quickly passing to Caitlin Ford. Ford was in the wrong. Ford, I think, aimed in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I think, and it's not just Stina Blackstenius that will be coming on as well. I think Laia Codina will be coming onto the field as well. Corner to Arsenal though. Punched away by Van Domselaar, but Arsenal are still hungry to get the equalising goal, and saved once again by Van Domselaar. The Aston Villa goal is leading a very charmed life at the moment. Pacheco with the ball for the Villains. Quickly passing to, I think that was Corsi. But it goes as far as Lottie Wubben-Moy for Arsenal. Wubben-Moy. Now it's with Leah Volti. Volti up the wing to Steph Catley under pressure from Blindkilde. Russo received the ball but sent it back up the wing. And the first of the Arsenal substitutions. Off will come Frida Marnham, and taking her place will be Stina Blackstenius, the Sweden international. Onto the field she comes, and also making way will be Amanda Ilestedt, and on will come Canada's Chloe Lacasse. So Blackstenius and Lacasse now on the field, now on the pitch, and the ball is now with Blindkilde for Aston Villa. Retaken by Alessia Russo though. Russo quickly passing to, I think that's Valti. Now Wubben-Moy to back towards Valti. Now Wubben-Moy again. Wubben-Moy down the wing to, I think that might have been Lacasse. but Aston Villa once again tried to tackle the ball to no avail. 64 minutes in, it's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1 at the Emirates. Thrown by Pacheco. Pacheco throws to, that might have been Daly. Yes, it was. Daly passing to Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar clearing the ball out of goal towards Rachel Daly. Now Pacheco. But Pacheco loses the ball to Arsenal. Noel Maritz. And it'll be a free kick to Arsenal, although Amy Fern momentarily called for play to be stopped, or was she just issuing a free kick? I think she might have just been issuing the free kick. Anyway, play is now officially resumed as it's now Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse, nice pass to Noah Maritz, and almost headed in by Caitlin Ford, but Ford unlucky to miss. Arsenal have another chance though. It's Caitlin Ford, bounces off the post. That's the closest Arsenal have come to scoring all game. But once again, Aston Villa breathe a sigh of relief. They keep the score. They keep Arsenal at bay. Yes, again. Caitlin Ford with a wonderful effort, but it was just not to be. Russo had the ball. Russo scrambled to get to the ball. She should have tapped it in when she had the chance, but she couldn't. But she couldn't. And Aston Villa sent the ball out of the goal beautifully through Sarah Mayling. Catley with the ball. Tries to cross up wing to Katie McCabe. The ball has now gone over the line though. And it will be a throw into Aston Villa. Intercepted by Volti for Arsenal though, and Volti was trying to pass to Maritz. Went down but got back up. It's Wubben-Moy with the ball for Arsenal, trying to cross to Catley, but held firm by Aston Villa. Arsenal with the ball once again though. Volti to Ford. Now back towards Katie McCabe, I should say. It's now Lottie Wubben-Moy on the prowl for Arsenal towards Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius now to Lottie Wubben-Moy, saved by Van Domselaar. And the Arsenal fans have very little to cheer about at the moment. 35,829 in attendance throughout this game. But as I mentioned, the home fans will have had very little to cheer about so far. And a free kick and a lovely long-range cross by McCabe to Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse, who scored last week, but she's been flagged for offside. Let's just take another look at that. And I think it was Turner who tried, and it was Turner who protested that she was offside. Somehow the fourth official heard, and as a result, Lacasse was ruled out. Unlucky for her, but play still goes on. Ball is now back with Van Domselaar. Now the ball has found Rachel Corsi. Corsi but given back to Stina Blackstenius. Now it's with Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse crossing into the 18-yard box and saved once again by Van Domselaar. I think that looked like a long-range shot on goal by Lacasse, but Van Domselaar was able to pick it up at the last possible moments. Lacasse had the right idea, but Van Domselaar was wise to the challenge. Arsenal still aren't giving up. Lacasse to Russo, but it's now Russo's turn to be flagged offside. And the assistant referee pointed that out with hawk eye precision. And with 20 minutes to go, Arsenal really need to find a second gear. It's Blackstenius to Russo, I think, but picked up by Van Domselaar. Anthony Van Domselaar is ready to kick the ball out of the Aston Villa goal area. And out goes the ball to I think that might have been Parker. Now it's with now the ball's found Steph Catley for Arsenal. Catley passes to Caitlin Ford. In fact, she has found Caitlin Ford. That might have been via Woburn Moy. It's now with Sarah Mailing. Mailing with the ball, but I think she's been dispossessed. And Amy Fern having a quick word with one or two players. This was Mailing on Caitlin Ford, or was it Ford on Mailing? It might have been the latter. And I think Jordan Nobbs is standing by to come on for Aston Villa. That'll be the first substitution for the Villains in this game. And it's Rachel Daly with the ball, carelessly conceded to her by Arsenal. It goes towards Simone McGill. Simone McGill quickly passing to, I think that was Rachel Corsi. Now back with McGill. McGill holding on to the ball inside the 18-yard box. Tries to get through the Arsenal defence, but can't. And that was a wonderful attempt by McGill. It's just the Arsenal defence were able to read the situation really well. And it still remains Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. As Jordan Nobbs awaits her time to come on, and it looks as though she will be coming on in place of Simone McGill, who had the chance at goal just now. Jordan Nobbs, of course, ex-Arsenal. Corner to Aston Villa, but headed away by the Arsenal defence, and it's now ended up with Steph Catley. Catley to Katie McCabe. And it's Katie McCabe now with the ball, quickly passing back to Steph Catley. Catley to Leah Volti. It's Volti. Back to Catley. Now Volti again. Volti well over the halfway line now. Passes down the wing to Woburn Moy. Woburn Moy to Chloe Lacasse, although she was under pressure from Laura Blintkilde. And the ball is now being given to one of the Villa defenders. That was Rachel Corsi. Corsi under pressure from Russo, but given away to, I think that was Kim Little. Although Aston Villa were able to take the ball off before it was too late. It's now back with Aston Villa. Down towards Rachel Corsie. Or Staniforth, I should say. And it's now with Turner. Turner quickly passing to Van Domselaar. Now it's Pacheco. Pacheco. And a throw-in to Arsenal. That was by Lacasse to Kim Little. Kim Little back to Lacasse. And the ball from Lacasse goes over the line. Lacasse throws to Noel Maritz. Now back to Lacasse. Rachel Daly now with the ball. Up the wing from Daly to I think that was Nobbs. Yes, indeed it was Nobbs. Ball is now back with Rachel Corsie. Corsie to Turner. Now Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar passing to Parker, I think. But retaken by McCabe for Arsenal. McCabe to Alessia Russo. But cut out by Rachel Corsie. And it's over the line for an Arsenal throw-in. And another substitution for Arsenal is about to be made as Leah Volti will come off, and on this time will come. And in fact, it is Stina Blackstenius that will be coming on. I actually couldn't make out who the earlier substitute for Arsenal that's coming on. It might well have been Codina or Pelova. I cannot remember right now. As it's Caitlin Ford pressurising Sarah Mayling. Caitlin Ford throws to Ford, pass the ball to another teammate who takes the throw, and it's now Kim Little. Kim Little passing to Lottie Wubben-Moy, and it's Wubben-Moy to Noel Maritz. Maritz to I think that was Russo. Russo back to Wubben-Moy. We now have some 15 minutes left until full time. Wubben-Moy down the wing to Chloe Lacasse. It's Lacasse, but kept out by Aston Villa. And it will be a throw-in to Arsenal by Maritz. Maritz quickly passing to I think that was Laia Codina. Laia Codina to Kyra to Casey McCabe. McCabe with the ball. I think she just found Lacasse now. A quick pass to Noah Maritz and Jonas Edeval. Really pleased with what's going on right now. Just geeing them forward. So it looks as though Arsenal are starting to really attack now. And if that's the case, they really need to step up a gear with this corner to be taken by Steph Catley. Catley kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but it's caught by Aston Villa. Not for long. It's back towards Catley. Catley in towards the 18-yard box. Is it going to find Russo? Not quite is the answer, as it was just kept out by Aston Villa. Catley with another shot, but it goes over the line. And Jonas Edeval really pleased with that sort of performance. Arsenal really should have been attacking more in the first half. They were on the back foot against Aston Villa, but they've started to come back into it now. But with around 11 minutes to go, is it too late? As Daphne Van Domselaar is now down in the goal area. And the physio's now feeling her. The physio's now feeling her foot. As Noah Maritz, and in fact I could just make out that the substitute was in fact Victoria Pelova. So once again, apologies for mistaking her for Stina Blackstenius. As talking of Blackstenius, she's now just walking over to the side of the pitch to collect her thoughts. And Katie McCabe standing as well, also collecting her thoughts, no doubt. This has been a really grueling game for both sides, particularly Arsenal, as Van Domselaar picks the ball out of the goal for Aston Villa, so she is able to carry on playing. So Stina Blackstenius. It's Blackstenius for Arsenal. Does well to hold on to the ball though. I thought someone was going to tackle her, but she does well to pass down wing to Noelle Maritz. Maritz to Chloe Lacasse, and it's Lacasse with the ball. Now passes to Victoria Pelova. Pelova towards Maritz again. Well held by Aston Villa, but Aston Villa look like they're going to go for the ball again, and that was a collision between Rachel Daly and Lottie Wubben-Moy. Daly down on the ground. She can't move. I think she's just slightly winded, but there is movement in her legs, and Jonas Edeval talking to Lottie Wubben-Moy, who I think she might have gotten involved with. Yes, indeed she did, and that was I think a blow to the head, and I think she just toppled over and fell onto her chest, and poor Rachel Daly. This is not what she needed. When we're just less than 10 minutes from full time. Looks as though we are going to have an additional period of time owing to what just happened. Daly being looked over by the physios. Wubben-Moy went over momentarily to check to see if she was all right, but the physios didn't want her to come any closer. Wubben-Moy once again collecting. Wubben-Moy trying to collect her thoughts, and also trying to feel herself all over just to see if she's hurt in any way herself. Appears to be fine. So after nearly 82.5 minutes, it's still Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 1. And for Carla Ward, this could well be a bittersweet victory. Sarah Mayling takes a chance to have a drink of water, and Carla Ward quickly talking to her. And Beth Mead, I keep saying it, but I'll say it again. She could be coming on as a substitute. She could well be coming on as a substitution in the last minutes of the match. She's talking to one of the assistant managers who's going over a few diagrams with her, and Beth Mead goes back to running up and down the sides of the pitch. Serena Wiegman Serena Wiegman will I'm sure be taking notes. We'll be taking notes after this game to see who will go where for England in games to come. So Wubben-Moy was about to pass to Kim Little, but the ball was intercepted by Aston Villa. It's now back with Arsenal. Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy now with the ball. Straight to Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse to Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy now to Steph Catley. Catley now to Caitlin Ford. Ford to Lacasse. Now Noel Maritz. Maritz headed by I think that was Stina Blackstenius, but it ends up back in the hands of Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar, yes, Van Domselaar will be kicking the ball out of goal anytime soon. And Jonas Edeval beckoning, I think, one of the substitutes over to have a word with him. The ball is now back with Arsenal and Lottie Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy now passing it to Manuela Zinsberger. Wubben-Moy again. Wubben-Moy crossing the ball forward but given away to Aston Villa. It's now with Rachel Daly. Daly to Pacheco. And I think now is the time for me to decide who my player of the match should be. And I could just about see Pacheco on the ground, but she appears to be fine. Although somebody is going to get a yellow card, and I think it's I think it's Lucy Parker. Yes, it is. And whilst I've still got time, I can now reveal that my player of the match, because of her awesome goal in the first half, it is Mayumi Pacheco. Mayumi Pacheco, who was on the ground momentarily, just been helped up by the referee, Amy Fern. And Mayumi Pacheco receiving a round of applause. I think she will be substituted. And Beth Mead, at long last, will be looking to come on as a substitute for Arsenal. But who will she be taking the place of? First of all, we've got to get the Aston Villa players substituted, as Pacheco comes off, and in her place will be Olivia McLaughlin. And Caitlin Ford, I thought, was going to be substitute, and I think there's a bit of a mix-up with the fourth official timing screen. I thought it said that a number 17 player was going to come off, but it's actually Noel Maritz who will be coming off, and on comes Beth Mead, and she receives a roar of applause from the Arsenal fans, back on the pitch for the first time in a very long time, and on will come Emily Salmon in place of Laura Blindkilde Brown. Free kick to Arsenal with just under 2.5 minutes to go. Steph Catley to take it. Into the 18-yard box it goes. Cleared out by Aston Villa. Now it's back with Arsenal and Kim Little. Little passing to Zinsberger. Now it's with I think it was with Wubben-Moy. Now it's Maritz towards Beth Mead. But the ball is now being picked up by Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse trying to go around Daly. Cross in to Alessia Russo. But again kept out by Villa. Russo again. Russo dispossessed by Aston Villa. And now, but Arsenal still have the ball, and it's now with Kim Little. Little passing up the wing to Steph Catley. Catley now to Caitlin Ford. Now back towards Catley. Catley now towards Beth Mead this time. Wubben-Moy to Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse tries to aim for the 18-yard box, but she got tangled up with somebody in the way there. Catley did well to hold off Salmon. Now it's into the 18-yard box again. But kept out by Aston Villa. Now it goes, but Arsenal are still trying to break down the door and get the equaliser that they need. And I think Blackstenius got caught up with Ebony Salmon. And a corner has been given to Arsenal. They need to make it count in the dying minutes of this game. And it will be Pelova to take the corner, but headed away in the wrong direction by Russo. Arsenal are not giving this up. Blackstenius and Caitlin Ford, but the goal, but Arsenal still miss the goal. And it looks as though it could well be another corner. We're now into the 90th minute, and the ball was just kept out by Blint Kilday, and 12 minutes have been added on. That's because of the long injury period, and this gives us and this has given Arsenal a second win by the looks of it. A nice bicycle kick by Caitlin Ford, but saved by Daphne van Domselaar. Daphne van Domselaar saves the ball with some precision of ease. Good bicycle kick by Caitlin Ford, but it wasn't to be. And the ball is now currently with, I think, I couldn't see who it might have been, Olivia McLaughlin, but it was re-intercepted by Arsenal. It's Katie McCabe, and Arsenal have equalised at long last. They needed something like this. They needed something like this lengthy period of injury time to make it count, and it has, surely for them. And Katie McCabe has given Arsenal new hope. Wonderful teamwork between Caitlin Ford and Katie McCabe, and the Republic of Ireland international just finished it off. Absolutely wonderful, right across goal and into the top right corner of the net. Arsenal may yet dream of a win at home for the first time this season. The crowd go mad, so too does Jonas Edeval. And Arsenal are going to rest on their laurels. Stina Blackstenius goes for a third, just smacks the post. Unlucky miss from her. But the ball is now back. With Katie McCabe. She tries to go for a shot, but saved once again by Van Domselaar. Beth Mead did well to pass to Blackstenius, but the ball just hit the side post, and I think that was because of a slide tackle deflection by Rachel Corsie. Arsenal looked as though they were going to be going another goal up just after the first one scored, but it's still 1-1. Although that could change with the way the ball is being played right now. Headed out by Aston Villa. Now it's with Victoria Pelova. Pelova passes to Lacasse. Lacasse tries to go around Salmon to no avail. Now the ball has ended up at the feet of Lottie Woburn-Moy. Wubben-Moy now to Beth Mead. Beth Mead out to Russo! And Arsenal have taken the lead through Alessia Russo! Now the game has been really turned on its head. I thought Arsenal were going to lose against Aston Villa, but now it seems the tide has turned. This is what Arsenal were working towards throughout the second half, and now it looks as though this has finally paid off. It was me with the delivery, and Russo just tapped it in when she needed to. And that is her first goal for Arsenal in the WSL. She scored twice for them during their Women's Champions League qualifying match against Paris FC, which they lost to on penalties. But all that has now been put behind them. Now I'd say it's the turn of Aston Villa, who have to play catch up. And a corner has been given to the Villains. And I can't see who it is that will take the corner, but the ball goes into the 18-yard box, kept out though by Arsenal. And it's now with Rachel Daly. Daly almost losing it to Caitlin Ford, but Daly has gone on the ground yet again. And the referee raises her hand for her for something. Daly now on the ground, flat on her back, but she is able to sit up. And I think she got caught, and I think she got tangled up with Caitlin Ford, who I think clattered into her side. And with some 6 minutes left to go, it's now Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. Free kick to Aston Villa to be taken by the captain, Rachel Corsie. Corsie stands well back behind the ball. She kicks it, but it goes wide of the post. And that will have put a major dent in Aston Villa's fight back bid. And I think I can just see one of the substitutes for Aston Villa. That is Adriana Leon. And also coming on is Alicia Lehman. Meantime, Zinsberger kicks the ball out of goal for Arsenal. It's now with Ebony Salmon for Aston Villa though. Little tackles and almost passes to Caitlin Ford, but Salmon tries to regain it. Not to be though. It's now with Victoria Pelova. Pelova loses the ball to Rachel Daly. And so it's Daly now passing to, I think that's Ebony Salmon. Or is it? No, it's no, it was Olivia McLaughlin by the looks of it. As Beth Mead now passes to Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius passes back to Chloe Lacasse, I should say. Now it's with Wubben-Moy. Wubben-Moy with the ball. Quick pass to Zinsberger. And Zinsberger passes to Steph Catley. Catley to Caitlin Ford. And it's Caitlin Ford now to Blackstenius. Blackstenius going for a long shot. Sorry, but the ball has ended up in the arms of Daphne Van Domselaar. Just over 98.5 minutes have been played. It's still Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. Pelova to, I think that was Lottie Wubben-Moy, but not to be. Katie McCabe, Katie McCabe has been one of the players that has done really well so far today. Had a few shots at goal herself, but was nowhere near my choice of player of the match. Free kick to Aston Villa, though, to be taken by Lucy Staniforth. Staniforth raises her arm. That's a nice long-range free kick, but Arsenal are easily able to intercept that. And it's Blackstenius to Victoria Pelova, but intercepted very well by Rachel Daly. Daly passes to Van Domselaar. Now Van Domselaar passing back out to Anna Patton. Anna Patton, lovely cross by her. I think she was aiming for Olivia McLaughlin, or was it Alicia Lehman? No, it was Lehman. Now the ball is still with Aston Villa and Rachel Corsie. Corsie loses it to Russo. Now the ball is with Stina Blackstenius. We now have 2 minutes of the injury time period left. It's Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse passes to Wubben-Moy. Now Beth Mead. Back towards Lacasse, and down goes Alicia Lehman. But nothing given to Chloe Lacasse. No caution, nothing. Free kick to Aston Villa, but via the keeper Van Domselaar. Russo to Stina Blackstenius, and Blackstenius did really well to pick up the ball. Almost controlled it, but lost it to Adriana Leon. Now the ball is going up. Now the ball's been picked up by Lacasse, who passes to Zietsberger in the goal. And now with the ball is Katie McCabe. McCabe passes to Steph Catley. Arsenal are looking for a third. It's actually Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford to Stina Blackstenius. And now with Beth Mead. But Arsenal have wasted that chance to score their third. And with time running out, this could well be their last chance. As an Aston Villa player, I think, has received bruising to her cheek. If it was, it was minor. I think that might have been Lucy Parker who received that minor bruising to her cheek. And but anyway, she looks perfectly fine. We're now into the 102nd minute, and it'll be a last gasp throw-in for Arsenal. That was Lacasse throwing to Beth Mead, and now the ball is back with Van Domselaar in the goal. The full-time whistle should go anytime soon, and now it's back, and now the ball is back with Alessia Russo. The ball is now firmly with Aston Villa, though, and it's now with Emily Salmon. Is this the chance for a last-minute goal? The answer's no, as Manuela Zietsberger just pounces at the last moment. Ebony Salmon just came out of nowhere, but the only person to see her was Zietsberger. The ball kicks out of the goal, and the ball has now gone to Stina Blackstenius, but it goes as far as Van Domselaar. Van Domselaar clears the ball out of the goal. And now it's back with Kim Little. Kim Little now to Katie McCabe. McCabe now this time to Stina Blackstenius. Blackstenius to Caitlin Ford. But a free kick to Aston Villa. And indeed we are going to go over the 12 minutes of injury time that were added. But this will matter very little. And the full-time whistle has gone. Arsenal were on the back foot in the first half, but they came back the stronger side in the second half. This is their first home win this season, and this means a lot to both players and supporters. Aston Villa caught them napping, but they fell, but they slowly started to fall by the wayside in the second half. And the final score at the Emirates is Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. I couldn't believe that Arsenal would come straight back after this. Could you? Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much to listening. Thank you very much for listening to my first game back at the TC Hub after a long extended absence. I promise not to be away for that length of time in future. But we will be back soon for another game. But we will be back for another game on the TC Hub. Thank you to everyone. Take care.
Excellent commentary from Nicholas on the WSL game between Arsenal and Aston Villa. Now it's time to join him for the Emirates FA Cup first round draw.
Thanks, Ross. So here we go for the first round draw of the FA Cup. And after 2 preliminary rounds and 4 qualifying rounds, the remaining non-league sides will meet the 48 clubs in Leagues 1 and 2. The balls have been put into the bowl, and any second now we should have our first ball out of the bowl. And the first name out is number 61, Curzon Ashton, only one of the top 5 National League North clubs in the first round, and they take on number 67, Aveley or Barnet. 2-2 draw at Parkside, replay at the Hive. And now for the next match, ball to be drawn, and it's number 58, Alfreton Town. And up against them will be number 76, Worthing. 1999 was when they were in the first round last time. Number 57 is Chesterfield, top of the National League, and they are at home to Portsmouth. Number 36, Portsmouth, twice FA Cup winners. Number 6 is Bolton Wanderers, 4-time winners, last one in 1958 at the University of Bolton Stadium. They host Solihull Moors of the National League, number 56. Next ball out is number 19, and that is Exeter City of League 1. At St James's Park. They will host number 46, Wigan Athletic, famously won in 2013. Number 25 is Leyton Orient. They won League 2 last season, currently 10th in League 1. And they are at home to number 11, which is Carlisle United, promoted from League 2 last season via the playoffs. And the next ball, and the ball for the next tie has been drawn out. Number 62, and that is Kidderminster Harriers, reached the fourth round in 2022, lost to West Ham in extra time, and they host number 20, which is Fleetwood Town, reached the fifth round last season, currently struggling in League One. Next ball out, number 54, and that is Hereford of the National League North. And they are at home to number 22, Gillingham of League Two. The next ball drawn out, number 79. That's Ebbsfleet United or Slough Town. 2-2 draw at Stonebridge Road. Drew a replay at Arbour Park. And they host number 23. And that is Grimsby Town. Reached the quarter-finals last season. Lost to Brighton and Hove Albion. Number 12 is the next ball drawn out. Charlton Athletic, winners in 1947. And Charlton Athletic will host Cray Valley Paper Mills. Nice away trip for Cray Valley. And the next ball out is number 33, Oxford United, currently second in League One. And at the Kassam Stadium is number 73, Maidenhead United of the National League, yet to get beyond the first round. Next ball out is number 30, Newport County of League Two. And travelling to South Wales will be number 50, Oldham Athletic of the National League. And the next ball out, number 43, Swindon Town of League Two. At the county ground, they host number 64, Aldershot Town of the National League. And the next ball out, number 16, that's Crewe Alexandra, fourth in League Two, semi-finalists in 1888. And that at Gresty Road, they take on number 17, Derby County, winners in 1946. Next ball out, number 27, and that is Mansfield Town. At the Wankill Stadium, they will host number 47, Wrexham. National League winners last season, top 5 in League Two currently. Next ball out, number 51, that is Marine. Hosted Tottenham Hotspur in the third round in 2021, lost 5-0 of course. And they host number 24, Harrogate Town of League Two. Next ball out is number 3, that is Barnsley, winners in 1912. At Oakwell, it's not Oakwell, they host number 69, Horsham. The furthest they've been was the second round in the 07-08 season. Number 35 is Port Vale of League One. And they're up against number 9, Burton Albion. Next ball to come out. Number 34, that is Peterborough United. Peterborough United of League One. And they host number 38, Salford City of League Two. Were in the playoffs last season. Next ball, number 70, Eastleigh of the National League. And travelling to Hampshire is number 77, Boreham Wood, lost to Everton in the fifth round 2 seasons ago. Next ball out, number 7, Bradford City, the winners in 1911. And they take on number 48, Wycombe Wanderers, semi-finalists in 2001, where they lost to Liverpool. Next ball out is number 80, Billericay Town or Sheffield United. 1-1 draw at New Lodge with a replay at Holme Park. Sheppey, the lowest ranked club in the draw. Whoever wins will host number 45, Walsall. What a game that will be. And the next ball to come out of the bowl, is number 39. That is Shrewsbury Town. And travelling to Shrewsbury will be number 14, Colchester United. Now, we just wait for the next ball to come out of the bowl, and that is Bristol Rovers that is Bristol Rovers, and Bristol Rovers will be up against Chelmsford City or Whitby Town, to all draw at the Melbourne Stadium due a replay at Turnbull Ground. Number 26, that is Lincoln City, quarter-finalists in 2017. They lost to Arsenal away, and travelling to the LNER Stadium is number 29, Morecambe of League 2. Next one to come out the bowl, number 42, Sutton United, rock bottom of the EFL, and they will host number 53, AFC Fylde. Just waiting for confirmation to see who will come up next. Number 37, Reading in the first round for the first time in 22 years, relegated from the Championship last season, and they host number 28, MK Dons. So an all EFL tie there at the Select Leasing Car Stadium, and number 18, Doncaster Rovers has just been drawn, and they host number 1, Accrington Stanley. They were in the 4th round last season. Next one to come out was number 59, Chester, and travelling there is number 55, York City or Needham Market. Replay at Bloomfields required after a 0-0 draw at the LNER Community Stadium. Number 49, that is Scarborough Athletic or Oxford City. Drew to all at the Flamingo Land Stadium. They need a replay at Marsh Lane. The winners will host number 21, Forest Green Rovers, next to bottom in League 2. Next ball to come out, number 32, is Notts County, promoted from the National League last season in the playoffs, second in League 2 this season, and they take on number 15, Crawley Town. Notts County against Crawley Town. And the next one to come out is number 41, Stockport County, the League 2 leaders. And travelling there will be number 52, Worksop Town, in the first round for the first time since 2001. Number 71 is Yeovil Town, the National League South leaders. And travelling all the way to Somerset is number 63, Gateshead of the National League. Next ball out. Number 40, Stevenage, promoted last season from League 2, doing really well in League 1, currently 5th. And Stevenage will take on number 44, Tranmere Rovers. So a League 1, League 2 tie there. Number 74 is Braintree Town or Chesham United, 0-0 draw at Cressing Road with a replay at the Meadow Dew, and the winner will take on Maidstone United. Maidstone United of the National League South. Number 72 is Bromley. They haven't gone past the first round since the 1940s. And they will be up against number 5, Blackpool, famous winners in 1953. And the next ball to come out is number 2, AFC Wimbledon. Furthest the current club has been is the 5th round in 2019, one of course in 1988 under the old Wimbledon banner. And they take on number 30 and they take on number 13, Cheltenham Town, bottom of League 1. Number 10 is Cambridge United, and travelling there will be number 75, Bracknell Town, in the first round for the second consecutive season, lost to Ipswich last time. Next ball out, number 31 is Northampton Town, and travelling to Sixfields will be number 4, Barrow in League 2. Just 2 balls left to go, and the first one out is Ramsgate, 8th tier side, which last reached the stage in 2005. And the last ball out, but certainly not least, number 68, Hemel Hempstead Town or Woking. 0-0 draw at Vauxhall Road. They'll go to a replay at the Laithwaite Community Stadium. So there we have it. That concludes the draw. Now let's take a look at some of the games which may likely stand out. Chesterfield against Portsmouth. That's one to keep an eye on. I think something else that should be worth looking out for is Charlton Athletic against Cray Valley. I believe those sides are both local to each other, so a local derby flavour about that one there. Or how about Ebbsfleet or Slough against Grimsby? Now that looks tasty to me. Other ties worth keeping an eye on. Oxford against Maidenhead, I think Oxford against Maidenhead doesn't look too bad a shout. Barnsley against Horsham could also be worth keeping an eye on as well. Billericay or Sheppey hosting Walsall. That could be one to keep. That could be something worth watching as well. And or how about Scarborough or Oxford City against Forest Green Rovers? Braintree or Chesham against Maidstone. That's one. Braintree against Chesham. Or how about Cambridge United against Bracknell? Stockport County against Worksop Town. Anyone? And all those ties will be played. Must be played on the weekend of the 4th of November. Thanks very much for listening. Do please keep in touch with us on all our social media platforms, and let us know which FA Cup tie you will consider watching. I've been Nicholas Jones.
Thank you for the first round draw coverage, Nicholas. And we're back on the commentary very, very shortly, guys, with more live action.